Fantasy and Some Flights, exploring the realms of beer, board games, books, and bourbon.
Welcome to another episode of the Fantasy and Some Flights podcast. I'm Nelson.
I'm Dalton.
And today we have a special guest with us. We have got Mike. So how you doing, Mike?
Hi, I'm doing pretty good.
I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, so we talked a little bit in our Fireside episode that Mike was going to come down and hang out with us, play some board games, and then you got a special kind of episode prepared for us today, don't you?
Yeah, so I felt like it'd be funny to really test your guys' knowledge on how you can handle, bourbon books, board games, and more. So
That's a scary. I don't know any. I just cheat and look it up right before.
Yeah, so I took the computers away from you, and we will run through some trivia questions, of course, with points and winners and losers, and see who is the superior host.
I'm excited.
I'm excited, and it's definitely Dalton, but I'm okay with that.
I don't know, because one of the categories is just podcasts, our own podcast, right? And I think I write show notes, and so I have a little bit of an advantage there because I have to reiterate, rewrite my notes every time, and so maybe that'll help me. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll win. I was just talking about you are the superior podcast host.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to say.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course.
You're too kind.
Yeah, the fun thing has been since we've been playing board games all weekend, I've kind of I have adjusted and rearranged some stuff based on knowledge that you have said, and I'm just oh, that's a bad question.
I love it.
I didn't know you've been studying us for the last 2 days. I appreciate
I feel
that.
violated.
I'm always watching.
Oh, that's terrifying. Honestly, that's really scary. But yeah, before we hop into this game that we got prepared, we're actually all drinking. So let's hop into our flights. So,
Yep.
Mike, do you want to start us off?
Sure. So I'm drinking a single malt whiskey from Cedar Ridge Distillery in Eastern Iowa. So Eastern Iowa is where I'm from. This is from a small distillery and winery in Swisher, Iowa. So it's a single malt, so it's similar to a Scotch, but obviously not made in Scotland. Yeah, Iowa's not Scotland, in case you're curious. But in my opinion, it tastes very similar to a good Scotch, and it's probably one of my favorite beverages, especially it being locally sourced. Always got to support them. So.
Is that the one that you were saying outsells all the other distilleries?
So they're straight bourbon. So they make bourbon, and their straight bourbon is the number one selling whiskey or bourbon in the state of Iowa.
Outselling all the big names.
Jim Beam, Jack Daniels.
Awesome.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Well, I guess if it's a good whiskey, and you said the price point wasn't super high.
Yeah, you can get anywhere from $25 to $35.
Yeah, so that's
on sale.
Yeah,
perfect.
Yes,
for sure.
and I'll drink it straight too at some point. So it's very good. Obviously, this single malt's a little bit more pricey,
yeah.
but
yeah. But when so you took me to that distillery, and they let us taste 4 or 6 or something on a flight before your purchase.
Well, that's super nice.
Which was awesome.
Yeah,
so,
and totally free, and they do that with wine too. It's
Yeah.
great. You can just go there and get smashed, and then once you're drunk, just buy all their alcohol.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Drunk purchases of more alcohol is a dangerous cycle to be in. Oh yeah,
we do not condone alcoholism.
That is true. So you said it's like a Scotch. Does it taste like there's a bog in your mouth, like the other ones do?
No, it's very very smooth and light.
Okay.
I think Dalton gave me a Scotch this weekend, and it tasted like swamp and dirt. And
was that the one that we tried on the whiskey?
Yeah, it's the same one. I still have the bottle. I don't drink I like it, but I don't drink a ton of it. So I have the Lefroy 10 is what we're referring to.
Oh,
which
yeah.
is an Isla Scotch, and so it is super super peaty.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mike isn't quite on that. He's like you. He's not on that end of the spectrum.
Yeah, I still have nightmares from that Scotch. So.
it's like licking a campfire log.
Yeah,
or
actually,
something.
I think that's a beautiful analogy right there.
Yeah.
Perfect. Dalton, what are you drinking?
So I'm drinking Willet, which is one of my actually all-time favorite whiskeys, and I can't find it in Indiana. And so when I was visiting, I think it was when I was visiting my uncle over Thanksgiving, I found a bottle of it, and so I picked it up. So this is Willet Pot Still Reserve, and I was drinking this on. We did a video with a group of board game content creators called Board Vengers. Our friend Roberto has it hosted on his YouTube.
Which is sheer boredom.
Sheer boredom on Instagram. Anyway, so I was drinking on it there, and you can see the bottle on there. It's a really pretty bottle. It looks sort of like a pot still. I think it's made to, kind of be reminiscent.
It looks
of
like
that.
a giant stamp,
Oh yeah,
wax seal.
Yeah, like a
thing.
wax seal stamp. Yeah, I can see that for sure.
Or it definitely belongs in like a chemistry lab or
Yeah.
something.
Oh yeah.
it's a very pretty bottle. But I really like this bourbon a lot. It's like smooth all the way throughout. It has like just like a little bit of like honey in the nose, and then sort of like an orange peel, and basically just like a straight up like oak kind of standard bourbon flavors in the taste, and just like very low burn even in the finish. It was recommended to me this time to try it with a little bit of water. Normally I don't, but I had it this time, and that brought like some more of the orange forward, which is kind of cool to try. So. And this one's around like a $40 price point, so it doesn't break the bank by any means.
That's not.
So.
Oh, Mike, I forgot to ask. I'm sorry. What was the cheers? So we have the ranking system. We got like 1 cheers, like would not buy, 2 cheers.
Yeah, I
Take
would,
it if it's free.
I'd
3.
I'd probably put it as a 4. I mean, it's a little pricey, but I think it's like $60-ish dollars. But I'd buy it every time it was offered to me.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, and I'm in that same spot. This is a 4 for me. I know because like I went specifically looking for it to buy it again. So that's the definition.
You cross state lines.
I cross state lines. Yeah. Is that illegal?
No,
I go on
no, I
record
don't
as
saying
long
that-
as it's
that-
sealed.
As long as it's sealed, yeah. But maybe there's a tax law.
As
I don't
long
know.
as you don't distribute it.
That's
Are
true.
you
As long
giving
as
it
I'm
to
not
Mike?
distributing it. No. Well, I am, but he's not paying me, so that's fine.
Okay, I think we're good then.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah,
We're good.
Cool. This is not smart to do on the air, by the way.
No. If I had a lawyer, they would be very upset. What about you? What are you drinking?
So I'm drinking. You went out to not a distillery, a brewery here in Lafayette.
Yeah.
Earlier this weekend and got a growler.
Yeah.
And you told me the name, but I don't remember. Or no, you told me the name of the brewery, and I don't even remember that.
So Taze River Brewing.
Taze River Brewing.
Yeah, and they're like they're like sort of like a brewery pub where they don't distribute. Like you can go there and they have their own stuff on tap, but you can't. They don't distribute it anywhere.
Yeah. So I'm drinking what we got from there, and this is actually I haven't been drinking it all weekend, and it's kind of exciting because it's my first beer episode in a while, so it's kind of nice to be back on the beer. It's a Yam Winter Ale, which is very unique. Like I've never had a yam beer before, but it tastes like Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. It's kind of almost like a pumpkin beer, like with less spice, almost. And so it's good. I don't like yams, but I really like this beer, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's interesting. I'm going to be drinking more of it tonight because it's like, I don't know, it's kind of like sweet. Which is kind of fun.
It's very sweet. I don't remember I don't remember the name. They had it named, but it was like a seasonal, like they don't.
Right.
I think it was like a first time they had made it or whatever. But when I went, the bartender said like it's like which of these do you want? She handed me the menu and I was like looking over it and she was like, hey, this one's on special, and I was like, okay, like
perfect. Yeah,
that's all. Yeah, that'll work. So
did you try this one, Mike?
I did, and I think Thanksgiving was like a really good. Like I wouldn't have said that, and then you said it. I'm like, yep, nail right on the head.
Yeah,
perfect. Yeah, for me, this is probably a 3 cheers. I'm not gonna cross state lines to go buy it, but but I do really like this. I'm like impressed with how much I like this one. So
I don't even think I've had a yam beer before. So
yeah, no, I've never even heard of it until you told me about it.
For sure. So willing to try it again.
Oh yeah, 10 out of 10 would do it again. So. Well, yeah, so that's what is our flight. So, Mike, I'm going to turn it over to you, and so you can kind of describe the little game that you prepared for us to figure out who the best podcast host is.
Yeah, we'll go through this at a high level really quick. So, I prepared 5 categories with 5 questions in each, so kind of similar to Jeopardy. They're all tiered, but we'll just work our way through each category. There'll be 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10-point questions in each one. Sweet. And we'll start with the easiest and go hard. I tried to make it as fair as possible for both of you. So, like, I think as a listener, I know what your strengths are in these categories, and I tried to keep it to categories that you have also talked about, or like topics and themes, not categories, but topics and themes that have been either discussed hopefully more than one time on the show.
Idea. Board game will just be 5 Twilight Imperium questions, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, and then it's just all IPA questions in the game section, just to balance it out.
That's awesome. I haven't been this nervous about an episode in a long time, so I'm excited. It's going to be awesome.
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I was just excited I didn't have to prepare anything. Like I can't.
Yeah,
we both came in like totally unprepared. Mike did all the preparation.
I have no
so.
notes in front of me. It's going to be awesome.
Exactly. Thanks for all the hard work, man.
Yeah.
No, it's way more exciting for me. This is going to be way more exciting for me than it will be for you guys. So.
Well, I'm excited.
Cool.
Want to hop into it?
Yeah, let's get it started.
So I'll go through the levels really quick, or not the levels, but the categories, and we'll do last place. And prior to the show, we flipped a coin. Dalton won, so he will get to answer first for each question. And if he gets it wrong, the other person will get to rebuttal for full credit. Like there won't be any half credit or anything like that. I also should say I made sure to avoid spoilers as best as I could in all of these categories, except for like the big three, like Star Wars, Harry Potter, and stuff like that.
Awesome.
So
fair.
Yeah.
And then we're doing like whoever's lower in points gets to
correct
gets a chance to answer first.
Yes.
Right.
So that way nobody can run away with it like we know Dalton will.
Hey,
it's fine. He's hedging your bet, right? So like now if you win, then you overcame adversity, and if you lose, you were expected to, right? So there's really no downside for you.
thank you.
I also have a little surprise speed round at the end in case somebody needs to make up some points.
Perfect.
At the end.
Okay.
round.
Oh, thank God.
so-
I can have a chance to come back.
Got to include everybody. So the 5 categories are fantasy novels, board games, fantasy film. So that sticks to either the film adaptation or something that would be in the realm of fantasy. That's
perfect.
explicitly film,
Cool.
Film or TV. Beer and bourbon. So that's like your booze category.
Sweet.
And then how well do I know my own podcast? So
Yeah.
those are all directly related to the podcast
Love
itself. So that was actually probably the most fun category to look at and try to find something.
I'm excited to hear these questions because
I
I
know,
have no idea.
For sure. I'm excited for that last category because we're gonna like hit that last. You know?
Yeah.
So we'll build to that, but I think that one's gonna be fun.
Yeah, so I guess we can actually start in any of those categories. So Nelson, do you want to pick a category first?
Let's just start in fantasy novels. That sounds kind of fun to start in.
Okay. So question number 1 for 2 points. Who is the author of 2001: A Space Odyssey? Dalton.
I have not a clue in the world.
Oh no.
I don't know that one in the slightest.
Dumbass.
I am such a fool. I'm gonna take a guess at. I'm gonna be like foolish even by who I guess. I feel like it's not Ian M. Banks, but I'm gonna say Ian Banks.
It's not. No.
It's not at all. He's not nearly old enough to be that.
Okay, so that is incorrect. So we will go to Nelson.
Oh shit. Is that rolling before Harry Potter?
No.
No. Okay.
It was after Harry Potter.
It was. Oh yeah. Dumb. Stupid.
It's actually under her pen name.
Is it Henry Wells?
No, it is Arthur C. Clarke.
Damn it!
Yeah,
I did know that.
I felt like
I did know that.
I know you know that, Dalton.
I know. I knew that one.
So 0 points are to be awarded.
That was the easiest question.
That was the easiest
That was
question.
the easiest.
That was softball. Oh man, we just
We
totally
finished with a
invalidated
score of 0-0. We are not good podcasters.
We were invalidating ourselves, but we should not have done this. It's a bad idea. Everyone's gonna know we're frauds.
I'm glad you started out on the right foot.
Yeah. All right. Redemption round. Here we go.
Okay, so
So you still go first, right?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
we'll stick with that.
We weren't expecting us to both get the first one.
Yeah, I didn't know what's gonna happen now. So the next one is name this book opening. So I will read the first sentence of a novel, and you will have to guess which book it is.
Okay.
Far out in the uncharted backwaters of the unfashionable end, the western spiral arm of the galaxy, lies a small, unregarded yellow sun.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Correct.
Yes, I knew that one.
We did it.
Yes.
Or you did it, but like we got
Yeah,
it
we
right.
did a point. Woo! We are good podcasters.
Yeah, at this point, at what point are you guys going to just pivot and be like, we need to beat the game?
Yeah, this is a cooperative game now.
It's a co-op game. Oh.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So Nelson, did you know that?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh-huh. Yep. That's like the one with the Klingons, right?
Yes. Yeah, Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Which was J.K. Rowling. See? It's all full circle.
That's a really good opening to that book, though.
Oh,
by the
it's
way.
beautiful, yeah.
Yeah. That book's really funny.
Okay, so Nelson, that means you get to ask or answer the next one first.
Oh God.
Hot seat.
So this one is from the Inheritance trilogy. No, it's 4 books,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
it's a cycle.
It's a cycle, yeah. I think was it originally supposed to be
Paulini.
a trilogy? Yeah, that's the author. That's
Yes.
not the question.
6 points.
No.
Name the main character.
So
Saphira?
I think it was supposed to be a trilogy originally.
I thought it was too, because I
I think
remember
when
when
he
I
started
first was
writing
reading
it-
it was supposed to be a trilogy, and then all of a sudden there was a 4th book, and I was really confused.
Yeah, I think like he started writing Brissinger,
Yeah,
however you say that.
yeah.
And he just realized it needed to be longer.
he pulled the Twilight and cinematic issue of Harry Potter and just like, we're just gonna split the last one into two.
Yeah.
But the question is, in the first book, Aragon, what was Brahms' dragon named?
Sophia, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
Oh, well done.
You looked at me like, you dumbass. I was like,
So I was hoping. I tried to avoid trick questions, and I was like, that's kind of a trick question because it's the same name, but yeah.
Okay.
So so 6. So
Well
guess who's winning?
Well played.
We're winning. We're winning.
10 points for Nelson and Dalton.
2 points for Mike.
Oh, I like that.
All right, so I'm up next.
So
An 8-pointer.
yeah. So the next one is, what is the last chapter that is not the epilogue of the Harry Potter series titled?
No. The audiobook doesn't read me the titles.
I know. I think it does, actually.
Yeah, it probably does.
I'm pretty sure it does. What is it titled that is not the epilogue? What's happening? Like,
I think
before,
that's
like,
right when they're going into the Chamber of
epilogue
Secrets.
is that right? They're fighting a big snake?
Yeah.
It's just like the final fight, right? Is that what happens in the final chapter?
I think I'm pretty sure it's just after. Again, I haven't read this in years, but I'm pretty sure it's just after the final fight, because the previous chapter is the Heaven
King's Cross Station.
I think that's actually the previous chapter is called King's Cross
Yeah,
Station.
it is.
So
Okay. The Deathly Hallows. That's my guess.
it's a really good guess, but that is wrong.
Sometimes there are self-titled chapters. You never know.
Yeah, honestly, if I had no idea, that's probably what I would have gone.
Yeah.
But I actually know the answer because I researched.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's easier when the answers are in front of you.
Yeah.
So, okay, so it's after King's Cross when they come back. Oh, I don't know. The Resurrection?
No, it is the flaw in the plan.
Oh,
which is the flaw
yeah.
in-
No, I
it's
do
the flaw
remember
in
that now because I
Voldemort's
thought that was a
plan.
cool.
It
I thought
is.
that was a cool title. Yes. Oh, damn.
That was a good question, man.
I like that one. Yeah.
I'm really mad I didn't get it because now I have to answer first again, right?
Correct.
On the 10-point question, I wanted Delphin to have to do that.
I knew it after you said it, but like,
All good trivia questions are that way. That's how you know it's a good trivia
Yeah,
question. 'Cause
exactly.
You're like, oh, I knew that, but I can't.
okay,
get
what's
it in
this
time.
10-pointer?
Yeah, give
Okay,
it the 10
so-
points.
Is it harder than the 2-pointer?
Probably.
So I think
damn,
it is.
we're
So
tied.
this
Mike
is
and-
personally from a series that I have not read. So, but
Oh.
I'm hoping that it's a good question. We'll find out. Again, this is all relative, so it can be anything. From the Way of the King, the Almighty's sacred or secret name, Elfenile, means what?
Can you use the question in a sentence, please?
I can give you a hint. Apparently, it's only spoken by the Ardents,
Okay.
but that probably doesn't help you with the actual answer.
Okay, and the question was the king. I'm sorry. Can you repeat the question?
The Almighty's secret or sacred name is Elfenile. What is it? What does it mean, or what is it translated to?
I'll go with Stormfather. That's my guess.
That is incorrect.
Yeah.
Is it honor?
It is He Who Transforms.
Bummer. That was my next guess, which is crazy. I should have gone with that first.
You were right there, man. You were right there.
I-
It's a good 10-point level
That
question.
is a good 10-point level question.
It's
because
knowable, but I
It is
do not know
knowable,
it.
but that was about 200-ish hours ago in the audiobook, I think. So that's interesting. I actually didn't remember that at all. So
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
I think there's some other names in there too that like have similar
Yep. There's so many like ties in Way of Kings to like Mistborn and Warbreaker.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of those, and so when you start looking into stuff like this, it's kind of interesting to see because that has meanings in different Sanderson like Cosmere like worlds.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's on the list of like very near future series to start. So
good. We should put a Way of Kings. Yeah,
Oh,
we should.
look, I'm just gonna grab it. It's right behind me, so I'm just gonna grab
Yeah.
it right now.
Yeah.
We should put a Way of Kings like channel on
Mhm.
and do like a group read through or something.
Oh, that'd be fun.
That'd be
Yeah,
awesome.
A fun group read. Be down.
Book club. I love book club.
Book club. Okay, so it's now 20-10. Mike is winning.
Okay, yeah, Micah is winning. That's okay.
Yeah, so Nelson is actually winning though with 6.
Oh,
so
cool.
that's exciting.
Yeah, that's right. 6-4.
So Dalton, do you want to pick the next category and you will get the first question?
I'm fine with moving through the categories the way you kind of listed them. So I think you had board games next.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move into board games.
Yeah.
Pivot entirely from theme.
Yeah,
of,
right from the fantasy theme.
So the first 2-point question is in Eldritch Horror, what class of monster is a Hydra?
I'm like, hey, you're pointing to it. I'm looking at the box right now.
That's a game that I have not played in about 5 years.
I'm trying to remember like what the classes of monsters are. Like horror. I don't remember what they're called.
No,
Is it epic?
it is epic.
Oh, well
Yeah,
played.
there's only 2 classes. It's
Yeah,
normal and epic.
normal
so.
and epic.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
I was like, I couldn't remember. I thought normal had like a different name or something, but I was like, I'm pretty sure it's like epic. That's the only one I can really remember right now, so that's what I'm gonna
Yeah.
guess.
Okay, so that's right, because it's like the ones that are like the orange tiles or whatever versus like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
gray.
yeah.
Now I
They're
remember
real.
that.
You just kind of avoid them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not
You
gonna
don't
fight
fight
that.
those.
2 points to Nelson. You're now doubling my score. You jerk.
Don't worry, Mike still is killing us.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to score more points too. So. This one's a little near and dear to my heart. It's the 4-point question, and I grew up in New Jersey, so the question has to do with Monopoly, and it is what New Jersey city are the city and streets named? Like, what city are they located that they're named after?
So like the original Monopoly.
The
streets
original
are-
Monopoly streets are named after, or they're not named after. They're straight up out of a specific city. What New Jersey city is it?
Parsippany.
No.
That's like the only New Jersey city that I can like name when I'm in a pinch.
I don't know if I know any New Jersey cities.
What's the capital of New Jersey?
New Jersey?
New Jersey, New Jersey.
I mean, there is a Jersey city. You can go with that.
Jersey Shore.
I know that one. I know that's a place.
Is Newark in New Jersey?
Newark is in like with a W and not the 2 words with the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New York.
Yeah, it is. It
Newark.
is indeed a New Jersey city. But
Cool.
that's not
I'm gonna
the
go
right
with that.
answer.
Yeah.
No. It is Atlantic City.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So, when you pronounced Reading Railroad wrong last, like,
Reading Rainbow?
Reading Rainbow, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because they're all actual railroads. Like, yeah, because
Gotcha.
we played 18 Chesapeake this weekend,
Yeah.
and they had B&O is also in there, and
Yeah,
they're,
yeah.
they're actual railroads that run.
Very cool.
All the great games have trains in them.
Monopoly.
Monopoly.
I can't think of any more. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter after that, right?
It's just so far below that. Okay. So 6-point question for board games, I guess.
Yes, 6.
Yeah.
Yep. So the 6-point question is hopefully goes a little bit smoother than the other ones. On the Terraforming Mars Elysium board, what is the Middle Award's name and what does it signify?
I have played on Elysium once. I'm trying to remember what any of them are. I don't think there's not a science tag one because there's an award for that for the original board. I don't know. I'm gonna have to pass on that one. I can't think of what it might even be.
Is it diversifier? You have to have 8 different tags?
No, that is the furthest left.
Oh.
Is diversifier. I'm taking that as your final answer in case you're curious. But it is Desert Settler, which is the most land south of the equator.
Damn.
So
is Polar Explorer on
That's
Hellas? then?
Hellas, yep.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that was a tough one.
Maybe I haven't
Yeah.
played. So most land south of the equator. So maybe I haven't played that one. That doesn't sound familiar.
Oh, and
Hellas has Polar Explorer, which is the most properties in the bottom 2 rows.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
those are the 2 similar ones. They're just on different.
And I was thinking milestones, not awards.
Oh,
Whoops.
I should have like bolded award.
no, that's fine.
But okay, so we can move on to the 8-point question, which actually may be easier than the other ones at this rate. So still to Dalton. What was the original name of Gen Con when it was first held in 1968?
Holy cow. These are such good trivia questions, and I feel such a fool. Again, we're becoming exposed that I don't know these questions. Board Game Con.
That is incorrect.
Shocking.
Shocking. I know people who went to it, like who were there in the original.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it has something to do with like dragons, like D&D.
I would say you're close, but
Yeah.
it's not D&D, but you're in the right realm.
Yeah. Okay. Is it
Wizard.
It's not Dragon Con, because there is a Dragon Con, and it's not that. But is it
Maybe they had to rename for copyright issues.
the Dragon Con that showed up years later?
Yeah, and they're like, hey.
Oh, final answer is Dragon Con. I don't know.
It is Lake Geneva War Games Convention.
I actually remember that but I like, now that you say that, like, they had a cool like setup at the 50th Gen Con where you could walk through and see all of the like artifacts or whatever from different previous Gen Cons. And I remember looking at the pictures from it, and it looked like crazy. Like, it was like, folding chairs and just stuff.
Yeah.
But Lake Geneva,
because it was held there for like the first like 20 years or something
and
like
then
that.
they kind of outgrew it.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I would have never gotten that, but it
was on the tip of my tongue, I promise you.
Yeah. Okay, so now the easiest one for 10 points.
Yep. So this is still to Dalton. Who is the author or creator, the byline on the board game Nemesis?
So one of my best friends back home is going to be furious that I don't know this one. He's a huge Nemesis fan, and I don't know.
You said the creator?
We were just talking about it in the Discord, too.
It's explicitly the byline on the box.
The byline on the box.
Yeah. We were just talking about this in the Discord, too. It just came out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because remember, there was someone posted about, you may even have been the one who posted about like a Kickstarter, or someone was sharing a Kickstarter, and it was from the same creator as
Awakened
Nemesis.
Realms? Yeah. They did Tainted Grail, and which is the one that I just got, which the box took up like my entire dining room table.
Yes, that one. Yeah, yeah. And I'm almost positive that that Nick, my friend who loves Nemesis, came in and said, "Oh yeah, that's common of this guy's games," and he said the name of the.
You can't look. No, put that away.
Yeah, wait. Throw that phone across the room.
Cheater.
I've already missed. I can't re-guess the question. I just want to know if I'm right about the Discord thing.
Oh, so it's on me. So it's the person who came up with the byline.
Who is credited in the?
Yeah, who's
credited?
On that line.
Yeah. So Nemesis by blank.
Okay, wait. So is it like the designer of the game?
Or man, now you're really pushing me to get like explicit information here.
Sorry. Well, I don't even know that either, so don't look it up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but if you know his name, just guess it. It's not
yeah.
Oh, okay. So let's go with Eric Lang. It's not Eric Lang, but he also makes games with really pretty miniatures. So
it is Adam Kwapinski.
Oh yeah, no.
Yep, and I'm right.
Correction, you were wrong.
Perfect. Well, Nick. Okay, so now the score is I have 8, you have 6, Nick has 10.
Yeah, Nick has 10. Yeah.
So Nick is beating us.
All right, so I'm just gonna pick the next category because you guys are struggling hard. So we'll go right into fantasy film.
Okay, sounds good.
So hopefully you watch more
Crack the
TV than anything else. So this one is to Dalton. So hopefully he can play catch up again.
Yeah. And by that you mean Ty Nelson's score, or maybe I'm even farther behind.
You'll still be losing.
Oh yeah, that's right. He got a 2 somewhere.
Yeah.
The quick tag up is Nelson is at 8 points and Dalton's at 4.
Woo! Go team. That's 12 combined points.
There we go.
We're beating Nick.
So for the 2-point question in fantasy and film, which dragon is last seen on screen in Game of Thrones?
Drogo.
I'm looking to Nelson as if I should accept that, but I'm like the authority on this.
I don't think you should.
Drogon.
Yeah, okay, I'll give it to Dalton.
I caught my mistake. I'm sorry, Drogon.
Yeah.
Give him 1 point?
Nah,
I got excited. I was gonna get 2 points.
I am the final authority on this. He'll get 2 points. You're still losing, so you get to go again for the next one.
He carries Khaleesi off into the sunset.
Oh yeah.
Maybe that's a spoiler. Maybe we shouldn't spoil season 8, but it's not worth watching anyway.
I mean, don't even watch it if it comes up. But the idea was that that answer should technically not be a spoiler.
No, it's
you're
not,
seen
yeah.
on screen. So.
Yeah, for sure.
But Dalton spoiled it in case I was
Yeah, it's my fault.
Okay, so to Dalton again, the 4-point question is: name the 3 walls that protect humanity in Attack on Titan.
Wall Maria, Wall Rose, and Wall Cena.
Yes.
That one I got. That one I know.
All right, now we're
Rose.
moving. Now
Softball.
we're cooking. All right.
All right.
Here we go.
Kick it over to Nelson for the hard questions.
I knew Rose, then Maria. I didn't know the last one.
Yeah, Cena.
Yeah, so this will be fun. I'm curious if you know the answer to this.
Probably
I'm
not.
really curious if you know the answer to this one. So the 6-point question is, in the upcoming Dune movie that has the release date is to be determined.
Actually, I think it was like last fall.
Yeah, it was last year. Who knows when it's coming out now? What actor is credited to be playing Duncan Idaho?
That's a name. I don't know.
Who would you prefer?
Yeah.
Yeah, who would you like to play that character?
I don't even remember who Duncan Idaho is.
He's like the war like weapons specialist that is trains Paul. He's like the lead tactician
He
for
is,
the
yeah.
for their army.
For the Atreides. There's the word for the Atreides.
For the Atreides army? Okay. Ooh. Let's go with...
I got a good one. I don't know who it is, but I have a good name.
Ooh. I'm also like really bad with actors' names. Like I just don't know. I don't know actors.
Tom Cruise.
Oh yeah, that would be a good one. No, actually, that's the one person I know it isn't now. So Hayden Christensen.
No. I heard he's coming back to acting though.
Yeah, he is. That's a good guess.
Yeah. My less of a guess, more of a preference would be Peter Dinklage. Sticking with the Game of Thrones theme.
So the Game of Thrones theme is a very good theme to stick with because
is
it is Jason Momoa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm
Oh,
super
okay,
excited
that's
for
good.
this
Yeah,
movie.
that'll be good.
It should be really good. So
Second guess.
Yeah.
Right after Peter Dinklage.
yeah. So
That was your guess. Peter was your preference.
Right.
So the next one, so I actually had that one swapped. That was originally supposed to be tiered a little bit higher, and then based on our conversation we had this morning, I had to move this one down because I felt like it was a lot more difficult based on the tone of voice you guys had coming into the Middle Earth question that we're gonna have here at 8, and it is Amazon has announced a new series based on J.R.R. Tolkien's novels. What age does it take place in?
That's hilarious. So we were having a conversation about this like this morning. We were like, I don't know when it's set to take place.
And Mike's like, I cannot confirm nor deny. I'm like, why not? Just tell us. Like, if you know the answer, just tell us. That makes a lot more sense.
Yep, that whole conversation makes sense now.
So what age is it set in?
I can help you guys out, and there are 4 total ages in the entire history of Middle Earth. So you do not need, the answer does not need to have a specific event or a name associated with it. The ages literally could be the first age, the second age, the third age, or the fourth age.
Okay. Well, that makes that easier.
Yeah, that makes that a lot easier. Okay.
Let's go with the second age.
That is correct.
Woo!
Woo! Pulling that one out of the sky. So the third age is actually where the Fellowship and all of
I thought it was
that
a
takes place.
prequel.
Yes, yeah. I don't really know exactly what it's going to be about. I think there was like some articles that say it's like around the fall of Morgoth or something.
Okay.
So I'm not
very cool.
outside of the original trilogy. I don't know much about that history.
Yeah,
so.
and age 1 was just like trees walked around the earth. Like that would not make a very interesting.
I think I listened to the first like 5 hours of the Silmarillion on audiobook, and I almost crashed the car. So
it seems like a book that would be significantly better to read than like listen to, because there's so many things that you would have to flip back and forth all the time. Yeah. So, well, okay, cool.
That's actually probably something I should go back and do, because that makes a lot more sense. Like there's a lot of
it's
books
like a
that are
reference
like that
text almost.
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly. It reads like the Bible almost.
Yeah.
Okay, so the final question in fantasy film.
Here we go.
Pivoting to Dalton. Dalton can pick up and take a commanding lead. What was Darth Vader's scripted line on set in place of the famous "I am your father" delivery on Cloud City? It was spoken by David Prowse, not James Earl Jones, because he did a voiceover for Vader. So what was the original line?
I think I know this one.
Yeah. Oh, fuck! Are you serious?
I think so.
I'm gonna go with Luke. I am your daddy.
Yo, Papa.
I am your papa.
I love it when they call me Big Papa.
Luke, I would love it if you would call me Big Papa.
No, that's wrong.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dang.
No, I don't know it then.
All right, over to you, Nelly.
Isn't it Luke, I killed your father?
It is not. It is.
Oh.
I would have accepted if you had said Obi-Wan killed your father, but the actual line is you don't know the truth. Obi-Wan killed your father.
Oh, okay. Dang it.
Which if you
Which
play
is-
that in your head
Yeah,
while
it
watching
works.
that, it does work, but it also is really weird when he's just screaming, going, "No, no!" It's like, okay, yeah, like sure,
Calm down, dude.
That may be an overreaction.
yeah, just a little bit. Like this is the most evil guy in the galaxy, and if you think that, then why would you trust him?
Oh, damn. I knew it was something like about who killed his father. I thought it was
Yeah, because it was a huge secret. So apparently, like Harrison Ford's even quoted
Yeah.
being like at the premiere, he like turns to Mark Hamill and goes, "Fucker, you didn't tell me that shit." Like,
I think it's hilarious that Hamill was able to keep that from Harrison Ford. Like they
Yeah.
were such good friends, like on the set and stuff, and that that was the biggest secret of the movie, of cinema, maybe of all time, and that they were able to keep that from the actors that were literally in the next room. Right?
Yeah.
I just think
it worked out perfect too with how like James Earl Jones did the voiceovers. So it was just a great setup just for. I mean, there's a reason why it's like one of the best scenes of all time. So.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Also, the other Star Wars question I was going to ask, I felt like this one was really difficult, like almost too difficult, was what's the name of the red astromech droid that had a bad motivator in Episode 4, A New Hope?
R524.
Oh, man. Maybe I should have asked that one.
I've
So
never in a million years.
he's really important in the sense, because I could talk on this one for a while. So he's really important because if his motivator doesn't go bad, the entire Star Wars franchise doesn't happen.
God, I really hope we're good at these. At least the last How well do I know my own podcast? So we're at least good at that.
We'll definitely save that one. Let's just save that one for last,
Okay.
so that way you have a chance to redeem yourself. Because
Okay, perfect.
in my opinion, the booze, beer, and bourbon one is probably going to be the hardest category.
Shit.
Like,
That's not
so
great.
yeah, this is. I struggled to find good questions for this, and then going on. So that just made them harder.
Okay. Okay.
So to get a recap, Nelson, you're at 16.
Woo!
And Dalton, you're at 10.
Nick's at 10.
Yeah, Nick's at 10.
And what are you at?
The difference.
I haven't been
30.
keeping score, but it's 54.
But if I was,
Yes.
it'd be almost exactly precisely 54.
So for the 2-point question to Dalton is founded in 1829. What is the oldest brewery in America?
The oldest brewery in Yingling.
That is correct. It's
Yes.
also the largest independent brewery as well.
Interesting.
So
Really?
Well, good
Larger than
job.
like Sam Adams?
Sam Adams is owned by. They're independent, but they're owned by an even large, like another.
conglomerate or
They're like a
something?
conglomerate of some
Okay.
type of
Oh, gotcha.
independent brewery. There's some weird rules that get in there.
Gotcha.
We
And
drink
can
a
all-
lot of Yingling.
we can all
That
agree-
one has actually come up
I
quite
was
a
gonna
few
say we can all
times.
agree that Yingling is better than Samuel Adams anyway.
Yeah,
So,
that is true. That is true. I really like. Have you guys had their black and tan?
yes.
Yeah.
It's really
That's
good.
actually that is my go-to Yingling now because it's like it's smooth. It's great. Like it's it's not great. Like it's not a beautiful beer that I drink for the taste. But like if I'm gonna drink a beer, like Yingling Black and Tan, you can do worse. You can definitely do worse. So
Yeah, there's so they're from Pottsville, Pennsylvania is where they started, and Hershey, Pennsylvania is like not far from there.
Okay.
And they did like a crossover like chocolate porter at some point.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I want to get my hands on it. Like
Yeah.
So they don't distribute past Indiana, so I don't get it as often. So like whenever I like either drive east, I like will always like pick up a case or something. And then again illegally cross state lines with alcohol, I think is what we determined. So jumping into question 2 in the booze category
Yep.
for 4 points,
I'm still in last
at
place,
Dalton.
right? Yeah.
Yep.
But
That
this
was
is my
only 2
opportunity
points.
to tie.
You're chipping away.
Yeah, opportunity to tie. Here we go.
Yep.
I would have been so screwed if you got that Star Wars question. Like, I would not have come back from that.
From what country did the tulip glass originate from?
what country did the tulip glass originate from? So like you automatically want to go to something like a little like a country that's a little soft, you know.
Continue.
Right.
Please tell me what country you would like to guess now. And let's alienate all of those listeners.
We have a very self-aware listener base. And not a huge international one. Some, but not a huge international base. So, I'm gonna go with Germany. I know that's not the soft one, but I'm gonna go with Germany.
It's close. It's not correct.
It's
but
not correct.
Close.
All right.
Is it Austria?
No, also close. It's Belgium.
Belgium. Yeah.
Yeah.
I went the other way.
Yeah. Have you ever had an Austrian beer?
No.
Have you had a Belgian beer?
Yes.
You should have gone with that.
I deserve that? Damn it.
You walked right into that.
Oh my god.
So, Dalton, you're still coming from behind, but
Woo!
I'm thinking that the next one is going to be more in both of your wheelhouses.
All right.
So, it has to do with Kentucky, which is where Nelson is from.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also has to do with bourbon.
Okay.
So hopefully,
Okay.
this
You're setting me up for success.
exactly. Which of the following distilleries was not a part of the original Kentucky Bourbon Trail when it began in 1999?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to give you a list of 5, and one of them was not originally a part of the Bourbon Trail.
It's not
Okay.
Yingling. We know that is
Yeah, they
one of the oldest ones.
That is why we know it's not Yingling. Yes. Continue.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
We're ready.
Buffalo Trace, Jim Beam, Woodford Reserve, Maker's Mark, and Four Roses.
Oh man, I'm like going through what I know about these. So Buffalo. So one more time.
So Buffalo Trace,
Yep.
Jim Beam, Woodford Reserve, Maker's Mark, Four Roses.
I know this is a weird one, but I feel like it's Jim Beam.
That is correct.
Yes.
Nice, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Jim Beam is currently on the trail.
Yeah.
The trick there actually is Buffalo Trace is not currently on the trail.
Oh.
They were like independent or not independent, but they weren't, whoever owned them allowed it, and then 2 years later they got bought out. So they were only on the trail for like 2 years.
Oh, interesting.
So yeah, so that was the trick. If you kept it, you would have probably said Buffalo Trace, but
But there are no trick questions on this list.
nope.
Nope.
Nope,
None at all.
Right answers.
Oh man, tied it up at 16. I'm also now beating Nick. Woo!
Nice. Suck it, Nick.
No, I got you at 18, right? Because you got Yingling.
Yeah, you
So,
got the 2
you
and
got
the 6.
Yingling. So
Oh, that was a 6. Oh, let's
Yep.
go.
yeah,
let's
so-
go. Play
so
catch
you
up,
are,
Nelson.
You are winning 18 to 16. So to Nelson now. I feel like you get to answer first for once.
No, I actually get to answer. He keeps getting them right.
Yeah. Yeah. Answer a boost
I
question.
want to play the game.
Okay, so there are only 2 states that have a form of whiskey as the official state beverage. There's only 2 states in the entire country. Name one of them.
I feel
Wow.
like this is an 8-point question. I feel like Kentucky's way too obvious.
Yeah. Right. That's exactly what I thought. Is it though?
But like, I'm from Kentucky, and if it is Kentucky and I say Kentucky, if I don't say Kentucky and it is, that looks bad.
I also can't name any state's state beverage.
Kentucky may be Ale 8, actually. I have no idea. I just know we drink a lot of Ale 8 and no one else has heard of it.
Is it like a? It's like mellow. It's a soda, right?
Yeah,
It's
it's a
very
soda.
good.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
really good.
it's probably only good because you can only get it in
Yeah.
Kentucky, and you're just like, I have to have it.
Yeah.
Okay, so a form of whiskey. Let's go with Massachusetts.
That is incorrect.
Damn.
What a guess. Well, I happen to know that Cedar Ridge sells more whiskey than any other.
I'm just gonna cut
type
you
of
off
whiskey.
there.
It's not Iowa.
It's not Iowa.
Is it Kentucky?
It is not Kentucky.
Oh, thank
Okay,
God.
But Ale is the state beverage in Kentucky.
Oh, you called that! Holy cow!
It shares it with milk, which is ironically Tennessee is also milk.
Oh, I can't brag then.
You kind of can because the correct answer is Virginia and Alabama.
Oh, dang it! I've lived in both those states. I was born in one and lived in the other.
Yeah. So,
Man.
I was like, of course, Tennessee is milk. Like, most states. So every state doesn't have to designate a state, whatever.
Okay.
But milk is like, for ones that have a state beverage, milk is like 80%. It's stupid, actually.
Oh, that's a really funny question.
Okay, so the 10-point question, so the final booze one, is which country is the largest consumer per capita of beer? Nelson.
Which country?
Which country per capita? So not who consumes the most beer, but per person who consumes the most. So the average
Does
person.
this household count?
High five.
If you can declare your independence and form your own government, sure.
That probably has no negative consequences.
Probably
so, yeah,
not.
let's do that. Okay. Most per capita. Germany.
Incorrect.
Oh, okay.
Luxembourg.
I mean, I like where your
That's a
head's
fair
at.
guess.
That's a good
There's
guess. I like where
7
your
people
head's
that
at.
live there.
Yeah, 7
And you're
people.
just assuming they're all alcoholics.
Yes.
Actually, I could give you would you like me to give you a hint for half points, and then you could read?
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
do it.
yeah,
Let's
yeah,
do
let's
it.
do
Let's
that.
do it. It's gonna
it
put
is-
us on like an odd number of points, but that's fine.
That's yeah.
potentially. It is where the country that the Pilsner was created.
Well, now I just feel foolish.
Oh, the Pilsner. I'm gonna go with Germany. No,
Double down.
for double points.
That's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see how it's gonna work out for him.
Where the Pilsner was created.
Keep the pressure on. Because like you want to say like it's a southern country, right? Because they went ahead and created a pilsner. And, like it must not be cold because like cold, but that's not necessarily true.
Yeah.
And Pilsner is like one of the hardest beers to brew.
I've heard that.
Like,
yeah,
yeah.
to brew correctly.
That's just like, I don't know. I feel like just not a lot of bang for your buck if that's the hardest one to brew. I would just focus my efforts elsewhere.
I mean, there really is a reason why most like small craft breweries do IPAs, because IPAs are much easier, much easier to do, and Pilsners are pretty difficult. Plus, I mean, there's a couple companies I can think of that have the market on Pilsners.
Bud Light, Miller Light.
Yeah, that's yeah, it took me a little bit to think of them. But.
Yeah.
Ooh, my follow-up guess is Austria, but I got made fun of.
I will still make fun of you if you say Austria.
But I've had a lot of Pilsners in Austria, so. It's. Oh man, Netherlands.
No.
Ah, dang it! I was gonna guess Netherlands.
Oh, cool. Okay,
that's-
at least it was a good guess.
Yeah, I was like, that's all I got.
It is the Czech
Hold on.
Republic.
Oh.
Nope, he guessed Netherlands.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was gonna guess
He's
Netherlands.
guessed
Czech
Netherlands.
Republic,
I'm taking
okay.
Czech Republic.
Czech Republic. The apparently it is cheaper to buy beer there on the street than it is like a Coke or like a soft drink.
Oh.
Which I just like I've never been there, and I just like to think that it's like walking around New York, and you know how you have the bagel and like the hot dog stand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just beer.
It's just beer everywhere.
It's just like it's like a nickel, and you can just grab a beer.
Yeah. That was a good one to cap out the
Yeah.
to cap out the booze category.
Yeah.
So
Are you sure it's not Austria?
I'm fairly certain. Actually,
Did you know
I mean,
they invented the tulip glass?
Oh, really? Holy crap!
but if
I
any
hate
of the
you so
listeners
much.
want to correct me, I could be wrong on half this stuff. I think I did some research, but I may be wrong. Like,
Mike's
please,
just over here. I'm just making up answers to these questions. I don't actually know. Okay, so
how
okay.
well do you know your own podcast?
now I'm scared.
Yeah. So
I thought I knew it well.
Final round. The score is 18-16 in favor of Dalton.
Oh, woo!
So we're back to Nelson again, and the first question for 2 points is during the whiskey episode. In case you're curious, that's the one where you tried a bunch of whiskey. You might not remember.
I
it
don't
much.
remember
Yeah,
that,
exactly. What 5 countries were represented?
Oh,
good question.
yeah. Okay, so Canada, United States, Scotland, Japan, and Ireland.
Correct.
Yes! Yes, you did that! Yes! I'm so happy.
I paid attention.
You paid attention. Yes.
Ooh, so we're actually at a tie now. So
We're
it's
at a
18.
tie.
It's going to pivot to Dalton for
Okay.
reasons because the lead change kind of thing. So
Okay, sounds good.
So like if it ended now, I'd be winning. That's what you would
No,
say?
we would definitely go into the tiebreaker round.
Yeah.
Or the
We're going
going
into
to
the tiebreaker round
round.
no matter what.
Okay.
Yeah, that's happening because I want to end with more than 18 points.
yeah, each of those will be counted as 1 point. So fair
Okay,
enough.
I'm,
cool.
yeah, I'm good with that.
So the 4-point question to
Yep.
Dalton is: what was the first air date of the podcast, episode 1? What was the air date?
What was the air date? Oh man, it was. So I remember we recorded it right before Thanksgiving, but we didn't release it until I want to say into January.
It was a Thursday, in case you're curious.
It was a Thursday. That helps. Right? Like what were Thursdays of this last January? I'm gonna go with January 14th, 2020. I had to think of what.
I'm glad you picked the date. You said February 14th? January 14th?
January 14th.
That is incorrect.
This is 17th.
That is also incorrect.
I felt like if I sounded confident.
Yeah.
I want to thank you guys for basically inviting me for the 1 year anniversary because it was February 5th.
It was
no
February
kidding.
5th.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That is
so
cool.
this
We
is
should have
awesome.
known
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, you've had a very successful year and it's been very entertaining. So
Yeah.
Yeah, because okay, so a little bit of podcast trivia, I guess.
That's
is
what we're
that-
doing. That's the active
That is what
category.
we're doing. We actually had 4 episodes recorded
Mm-hmm.
before we released the first one, and one of them never got released.
Yeah, that's true.
So
We might go back and redo
we'll,
the topic.
we may go back and redo it, but
Yeah.
there is one out there that maybe will be on an extended cut somewhere.
An
An
unreleased
the
episode.
B-sides.
Right, the B-sides.
of fantasy and some flights.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't realize I thought it was in January. I think we
Yeah.
were targeting January, but
I think
we
that's
ended up
that was our
pushing it out
original
a little
idea,
bit.
and we ended up pushing it back. That's the other thing that we used to do. We used to have a bank of recorded episodes in case we missed it. That's why we had like 4 episodes.
And then we
recorded.
missed all of the ones we had in our bank and haven't been able to build it back.
Yeah, to
up.
build it back up. So now
now
it's just
record
live
every Thursday.
Tried to fall behind. Well, hey, thanks for pointing out that we hit 1 year. That's pretty
Yeah,
exciting.
that is really exciting.
I wanted to bring it up sooner, but then I'm like, I'm going to give something away.
yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we're still tied. So actually, since we're tied, I'm just going to pivot to Nelson.
Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah,
Totally fine.
So for the 6-point question, in the world building episode, you talked through 7 aspects of world building. Not naming your own deep dive, can you name 5 of them?
Not naming my own deep dive. Oh, which was like the weather. Oh, I'm not supposed to say it for Dalton.
I mean, you may
Can
have.
you name 6 of them?
So yes, correct.
Okay. Okay. So let's go with.
I like this question because if he gets it wrong, then I just have to add one.
Okay.
Well,
so
you don't know if any of those are correct.
That's true. That's
that
true.
is fair.
I don't know.
So religion is one of them. Are you going to tell me if it's right?
No.
Okay. Okay. So trying to think back to it, we got
Yep.
religion.
Mm-hmm. We might need to tag team this one.
we might need to tag team
Split
this
the
one.
points.
Yeah. So I'll give you weather if you give me my.
If I tell you what
Yeah,
my deep
so-
dive was.
So we got religion, geography, like landscaping geography, the society,
Mm-hmm.
the government structure, and I'm drawing a blank on what the last one would be.
So Dalton, would you like to help him?
Would I like to help him? I think we've done an entire episode on what the last one was, or what one of the last one was.
Oh, Mistborn.
Mistborn.
Oh, like story arc.
I'm thinking magic.
Don't.
I think we
was
named a category as magic.
Oh yeah, that was bad. That should have been obvious. Oops.
So, but I don't actually. I feel like we maybe did. When you say society, I'm trying to remember if we actually.
Yeah,
did
there are
society or
a
not.
few things that you're mentioning right now that I were kind of lumped into one category that you
okay.
listed directly in the show notes.
Really. Okay. I don't actually know how many we're at right now. I know your deep dive.
Honestly, I don't either.
I don't need. Yeah, I know that your deep dive was weather. My deep dive was language.
Yeah. Okay.
You got 2.
Yeah.
That
2.
one. Yeah, we got our own deep dive, so
Magic.
we have 2. Magic is 3. I do think geography was on there.
Yeah. I mean,
I think we can lock that one in.
Can we lock in geography? Does that count?
I mean, yes.
Tell us if it's wrong. If it's right or
I
wrong.
mean, technically, in the show notes, it's nations, but you have like skirted around that with like geography and like
And
society. So it's like you're on that topic, but you can't break those into
religion, I think, is right.
Yeah, religion. So that,
Religion is correct.
okay, let's see if we can get the other two.
So that's
Yeah, let's
5.
try to
So
get
you
the
need
other
2
two.
more. Yeah.
Which is, it does feel a little silly, right? It's like we don't actually know.
I
our
feel
own.
like these 2 will be a little difficult too, because I mean, I would say to the average reader or person consuming the media,
Yeah.
you would not think of these as necessarily important. But I mean, you made a very good, valid point as to why they are important.
Yeah.
But you like the
We're also
everyday
like
reader,
for the listener, like we're all now to like 2 drinks in, so it's definitely getting
We took
harder.
a break.
Yeah,
Actually, okay, no, that's not fair. I
We've
had
been
at
drinking-
least 3
yeah.
before we started the podcast.
I was about
That's
to
true.
say
We've been drinking all day.
We started food chain magnet at like 10 a.m. So,
Yeah,
and
that's
didn't
true.
finish.
and we
That's
had
true.
to start drinking when we did that.
yeah, that game requires drinking. So, alcohol is one category in world building.
Yes. And
But actually, though, like, isn't food or something like that? Was that one of them?
that
I feel
one?
like, oh man,
that'd be interesting to talk about.
yeah, right. Food,
That'd be
drink,
cool.
something like that.
So the 2 that you are missing
Yeah.
are technology
Oh,
Oh,
that was a
yeah.
counterpoint to magic. That's
Yeah,
why we listed
okay,
that.
yeah.
That's right.
and economics.
Economics.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. And you're right that like by listing society, I think that like got us off because that was like it
Yeah,
was
you-
touching on both like the like government or the nation's
Yes.
one and the So, good question though. 3 points to each of us.
Sure.
Go team.
3 points to each. Yeah.
It's not Mike did not get the points. That's the important thing.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Neither did Nick.
Yeah. Right. Fuck it, Nick.
Okay. The 8-point question is
Who's answering this one?
I don't know.
You are.
Yeah,
I think
it's
sure.
my
We'll
turn,
give it to
'Cause I
Dalton.
started.
now.
Oh yeah, because you
Now
started
we're
the last one
tied.
and we're tied right now.
Yeah.
Okay, at like 19 points.
21.
21. We can drink. Woo! Yes. High five again.
Cheers.
Cheers.
What was your longest episode?
Gloomhaven.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was right.
Yeah. I know that was long.
I remember that because I edited it.
Yeah.
And it took forever. And we cut out about 40 minutes.
Yeah, we got on about 4, and like every episode, we've been like, it can't be as long as Gloomhaven.
So it was really close. It's like 2 minutes off from the Terraforming Mars episode with Charles too, which
That one was pretty long.
it's
yeah.
surprisingly I was because at first I missed the Gloomhaven one when I was like looking back through stuff, and then I double checked that stuff because I'm never wrong.
So
Yeah.
that's really funny. Like if that one had been longer, I don't think I would have known. I would have
Yeah.
assumed it was still like
Yeah.
Gloomhaven because that just feels like the longest episode to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, as a listener, the Gloomhaven one was very long.
Yes.
Well, you've never played Gloomhaven.
I've
so
also never played Gloomhaven.
I'm just impressed you listened to it.
in any portion of
I
it.
only made it 45 minutes.
Yeah,
through.
no, and that's fair.
Totally fair. You
And-
listen to the part that you can relate to. And
Yeah.
then we got into Gloomhaven. You're like, I can't listen to
Yeah.
this anymore, and that's fair. It's still like one of our most listened to episodes. So we get a lot of people who search for Gloomhaven topics, and so
That's
like
awesome.
the show notes on that one are the most viewed
Yeah.
page on our website.
Yeah.
And I think that that episode still has the most listens
Yeah.
overall.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think like
That's a
Spirit
great-
Island is close to.
That's
it.
Spirit
a
Island's
great
close.
fact too.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you would never know that because you can't see that data, but we
yeah,
can.
which episode has the most viewers?
Yeah, it's definitely Gloomhaven.
Yeah.
And then I think it's Spirit Island.
I think Spirit Island after that.
Cool.
They're both very searchable, and there's like topics that people look into.
Yeah.
So
And I figured out how to link it to the Board Game Geek page, so that helped.
yeah.
Okay, so the final full credit, like 10-point question, to Nelson
Yeah.
is in the co-op episode. What was the opposite person's high complexity game? So for you, what was Dalton's high complexity game?
Robinson Crusoe?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Man, didn't even need to
Well
think.
played. Well played. And what was yours? I feel like I want to say it was Spirit Island. Was it Spirit Island?
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
I feel like it has to be
Yeah, it
Spirit
has to
Island,
be.
right?
Which, okay, so we played Robinson Crusoe, Smalls and I did, or my
Yeah.
wife and I did, and it is, I forgot how much fun that game to be. Like, I don't know if it's like a great game because you can just get destroyed, like
Yeah, right.
really easily, but it's like we played through it and like that was a lot of fun, and then we immediately played through it again, like in the same night. It's a great game. Great recommendation, Dalton.
Yeah, absolutely. It does not have the same replayability as Spirit Island. So I
That is
I think overall Spirit Island is probably the better recommendation because it has just so many spirits. And Robinson Crusoe only has like the 6 in the base game, only like 6 scenarios that you can play through.
Yes, and so yeah, that is true. And Spirit Island is the better game. Like, let's be honest. But so they actually did release a it's like I don't remember what they're calling it, like the adventure chest or something for Robinson Crusoe, which has all of the expansions and all of the promos in one box. So you can go out and buy that, and that includes new characters, new scenarios, and something. So like if I
Just increases the replayability
exactly,
a little bit.
yeah. But like
Which
they
is
were
where it
really
was
hard to
needing, for sure.
find, like
Oh,
all the little promos and stuff, because there's 4 pages of promos on Board Game Geek. Like it's really it's insane. Like there's just a lot of little stuff that they put out that they kind of combine.
Over time,
So if you are interested in Robinson Crusoe, and don't be afraid that it will run out of replayability, because those 6 scenarios will get you pretty far into it. But then you also get there's options out there for more.
Very cool.
So coming out of the final round,
Dude, I thought I had pulled ahead with that 8-point question, and you just like slammed out the 10. It's like, dang it! But actually, that was our strongest category, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
really-
that was. You guys did very well.
We
in
missed
that
one.
category.
I think we missed one.
You only missed the air date one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're gonna say we only missed the air date one. I recognize that there's a question on world building, but
Yeah. So yeah, dude, I felt like those were difficult. So yeah. Good job.
awesome.
Yeah,
so-
I am glad that we did good in that category.
We know our own podcast. Kinda. Yeah.
Yeah, look at the back of my hand. It looks beautiful. So yeah, we can go. Let's jump into this speed round because
Well, give us a points update. Where are we at now?
So the points update is Nelson is at 31 and Dalton's at 29. So this is very close.
Yeah,
So
very close.
My intention for the speed bonus round was each one would be 1 point. Every answer is a number. It's a whole number.
Okay.
It could be a date, year, measurement,
Okay.
something.
Okay.
And we will just go. I want it to be like instantaneous, so I'll read the question. I don't want you to think about it. You know, like
Okay.
I want, you
Okay.
to be, I want like
Just shout it out.
just shout it out.
Okay,
cool.
You don't need to talk over each other, but like whoever's the closest is gonna get the point, basically.
Gotcha.
So no points for me, unfortunately.
Oh, the point will be assigned.
Yeah. If you want to know my points update,
So the game actually here
I don't know if
is
I do.
to make Mike do the most math.
Yes.
7, 14,022.
yeah,
Which one's closer, Mike?
I didn't think about that. I'm really bad at math. Okay,
Cool.
so
how many of these are there?
yeah, I think I have like 20-ish on here.
Okay,
maybe
cool.
a little
So
less.
this will be fun.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah,
So
let's do
yeah,
that.
we can just
fly
move
through
through
them.
them. Yeah, we can just move through them. So to go off of Spirit Island, including Jagged Earth and all the promo packs, how many spirits are there in Spirit Island?
18.
23.
It's 24.
Dang it.
Dang. Why did I guess an odd number? That was the stupidest guess. That was so dumb. The promo packs are 2 spirits each. Like, okay, I'm mad at myself. But I still get the point, but that's dumb.
Yeah, and also in these questions, going over doesn't matter. It's just the
Cool,
closest
okay.
absolute number.
Okay,
We'll go in there.
Cool.
Okay. Next question is: as determined by myself and hitting play and pause a bunch of times, how long is the Fantasy and Some Flights intro in seconds?
34.
38.
18.
Whoa.
Whoa, we're way off.
Yep.
Oh, wait, I thought you meant like the whole I'm Nelson, I'm Dalton.
Oh no!
I'm just
it's
kidding.
the
I'm totally
okay.
kidding.
Good.
I'm just trying to justify myself.
Okay. So
I'm just trying to throw off your numbers
Yeah.
by,
Yeah.
so I'm right. So,
So Dalton
Yeah.
gets a point on that one.
Yeah,
like,
I do.
unfortunately. Yeah, let's try not to strategize here where you're trying to like what's the other person gonna say?
Yeah,
Okay. Next one.
here we go.
How many total episodes, including half episodes of the podcast, have been released?
Including this one?
No. Has this been
Oh.
released?
oh.
Well, when people are listening to it, yes.
Sure. No, not this one. Because I have a number written down. It's not
27.
this one.
Dang it. 28.
It's 28.
Oh, yeah, including this one. Ha
No, not including this one because you missed the Fireside one probably.
Oh,
Oh,
we missed the
yeah, we
fireside
missed
one.
the fireside.
We did.
Well,
we both did that.
you
not
got
the
it
same
right.
way.
What do you mean we?
But I would have said 27. You said 27. All right, hit me again.
All right. Underwater
these.
Cities Board Game Geek ranking.
112.
50.
It's 45.
Yeah.
Nah, fuck.
I knew it was in the top 50. So
Oh,
I'll
really?
just cap it.
It was funny because it dropped from 47 to 45 since I wrote this question.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
okay.
interesting.
I'm glad you went and checked.
Yeah, I checked right before we started this. I'm like, I need to make sure.
Very nice.
Okay, next one. I'll finish drinking, Nelson, so we're not...
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, sorry.
Focus.
Focus.
In the original Settlers of Catan, including the desert, how many hexagon tiles make up the board?
20.
It's 6 times. It's 36.
No, it's 19.
So what I did is I know that like rings of hexagons are multiples of 6. So like a first ring will be 6, the second ring will be 18, and so my guess was like like it'll be 6, 12.
Oh, gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Going out
because
it needs 6 sides. Yeah.
Right, and so I thought decided if it was 2 rings or 3.
Trying to make
Gotcha.
it sound like he's
That's
smarter than
also
everybody else.
my job. We do circles and
Yeah.
rings.
Plus the one, just to clarify the math, plus the one in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why it's 19 instead of 18.
So Nelson still got that because you said 20, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Have you seen like the Settlers of America board?
It's great. It's so much fun to play. Settlers of America so I played it because you uncover as you go,
Yeah.
and then there's some areas that are like
Oh.
very solid to be.
It looks crazy.
It's so much better than Settlers of Catan because it's more. I don't know. It's just better.
Yeah.
It's just has a. It's
I've
not
never
boring.
played it, but it looked like I saw the box. I was like, this looks intense. Like,
It's really cool.
because it's like in the shape of America.
But it's still hexagons apparently.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry to derail us.
Okay. The next one is excluding the one ring of power. How many rings were originally created?
I should know this exact.
Nelson, I need an answer. Dalton, I need an answer.
25.
19.
It is 19.
Yeah.
So it's 20, including the one ring. I was actually put the excluding to hopefully throw you off. Yeah. It's three for the
3,
elves.
7, 9.
7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For some reason, I was stuck on 3, 7, 13. I don't know why my mind
yeah.
went there, so that's how I got this.
For some reason, I thought it was higher too when I thought about it. I didn't think it was that low. Like I thought like men had like 50 or something. Not actually 50, but I just felt like it was higher.
Yeah.
Sounds like men.
So, what is the cost of the most expensive card in Terraforming Mars?
42.
43.
41.
What? No!
Oh, dang it.
Oh.
What do you think is 43? Because the actual answer is IO Mining Industries.
I know that is Wait, sorry, what's the question?
What was the cost of the most expensive card in Terraforming Mars? It is IO Mining Industries at 41.
But if you take into the account the cost that you need to keep it into your hand,
It's still not 43.
but it's 44. Yeah, I really thought it was 42. So
Yeah. I don't know why I had 42 in my head too.
and I went with the more
the
expensive
answer
one.
to life, universe, and everything. So.
Yep. Okay, I feel like this one might be a gimme, but here we go. Based on the chart shared by you guys on the show notes, what is an IPA's SRM or Lovabond EBC number?
11.
16.
It's 12 for the EBC and 6 for the SRM.
Yeah, we were both going off SRM because we're English.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I
American
I
figures.
wanted to specify because I didn't want to.
I think he gets it either way.
He
So
does. Oh, of course. I was like IPAs and Nelson. He'll figure it out.
yeah.
How many regions of Scotland are there that in which Scotch is produced?
4.
6.
It is 6.
Ah, dang it. So I know.
I panicked there.
I think of Highland, Lowland, Isla, and Speyside Scotches.
And then there's Isla
I listed.
and Campbelltown.
Oh, yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah,
But what's the sixth? I listed Isla. What's the 6th one? 'Cause I said high side, low side,
the islands,
or Highland.
the actual islands.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, Islay is pronounced like it's like Isla.
Isla.
It's like how it's
gotcha,
said. So when
gotcha.
I'm saying that, that's how it's
Gotcha.
pronounced.
Interesting.
I don't speak.
I'm still not
Scottish.
saying it exactly right, but it's something like that.
I just enjoy the alcohol. I don't actually speak the language. How old is Paul when his family travels to Arrakis in the Dune novel?
19.
18.
15.
Ah, nice.
Dalton wins.
I had 19 was in my head too, so but you took that.
I actually don't think it's mentioned. It's like you have to like pull it out of the novel. Like
Oh,
I don't
gotcha.
specifically
Okay.
think they actually say the amount.
Well, that makes me feel better.
Yeah, right.
In Small World, without any power support, how many tiles do halflings start with?
8.
6.
Dalton is correct.
Yes. I think 8, like the skeletons start with 8. I think.
Yeah, that's a pretty high number, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it ranges like 3 to 8 or something like that.
Also, we should play Small World
Small
at
World,
some
I would love
point
to.
in my life.
Maybe we can
again.
convince Mike to stay longer if we play
Yeah.
Small World.
If we just get him drunk.
Yeah, maybe. I love that. It's like top 3, top 5 games.
I love
for
that.
Oh,
me,
awesome!
so-
Yeah.
Okay.
I've totally lost track of who's winning, by the way.
Yeah, I
100%
kind of
lost
have
track.
to. It's Nelson's up 36 to 34.
Oh,
Ooh, nice.
Ooh.
I may have made a mistake in here at some point. I can't remember.
probably. I'm probably at like 60 or so.
It's fine. It's just, there's people who can actually fact check it because it's on record, but that's fine.
Thank you.
But I can just cut the answers that you give right now. So like,
You have the power to win.
So next question: What is the height requirement in inches to be an Anheuser-Busch Clydesdale?
I don't even know how tall a horse is. 84?
64.
It is 72. So Nelson's close.
That's a big ass horse, man.
That's a big horse, man.
So I originally was
Wait,
like,
is it measured to the shoulder or to the...
I think it's to the shoulder.
Yeah, it's
you're
gotta
from
be,
Kentucky.
right?
You know horses.
Well, and like I actually visited the Anheuser
no way.
Busch brewery in
Yep.
St. Louis, and they had some Clydesdales there.
Oh, cool.
They're giant horses.
Yeah.
They're massive beings.
Yeah.
It was cool.
That is cool.
Oh.
Okay, the next one, I need to get a factual answer for this before I ask the question.
Okay.
Currently, how many followers are there on the Fantasy and Flight Instagram account?
5,529.
So there were
5,530.
So I probably chimed in a little early. So there were 5,529 before we start, like the minute before we started recording this, because I wrote it down. But there
Wow.
are 5,530 at the moment.
No!
Yes!
I mean, yay, but no!
Yes! Thank you, single follower. Not to date the podcast, but if you have followed the Fantasy and Supplied Instagram on February the 7th between
About 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
then thank you. You got me a point.
Dang it.
How did you know there was 5,529?
I checked earlier.
Oh, okay. That's really funny.
He cares about his followers. Like,
Nelson manages the Instagram.
Nelson lets ratings drive content.
Right. Oh, well done.
All right. We have a couple more of these. Actually, one of these is a bad question. I'm just going to take it out. Okay. In a 4-player game of Gaia Project, how many purple transdim planets are there on the board at the start?
It's variable.
No, it's
Objection.
it's based on the map, right? Like, so.
Yeah.
Unlike but like you can flip it over.
Oh, well, okay.
11. Just answer the question.
Just answer the
I'm
question.
sorry.
Nelson.
8.
It's 12.
Aha!
Not on the map I played on.
Yeah.
You could say it's variable, but it wouldn't have answered, like, it wouldn't have affected your answer all that much.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, fine. I'm just bitter.
You can give a range of 8 to 10, and you'd still be wrong.
Fair.
How many? Okay, this will be a quick one. How many editions of Twilight Imperium have been published?
4. Say 5.
You'll be wrong, but you could say $5.
I can't. Also 4.
4, but in yellow.
All
right,
well played.
There's 2 more.
Okay.
Oh, and Nelson's winning 38-36. So Dalton, you need to get
both of them.
You need to get both of them.
Oh, just a tie. Okay.
This is exciting.
Yeah,
I'm glad
right.
it's not like, Dalton's winning 712 to 6.
I know. We're beating Nick so bad right now.
Oh, jeez. Wow, I'd be embarrassed.
Still not beating Mike, but
Well, actually, yeah, no, you're not.
no. I remember having 54 at the last point check, and we're not close. So,
What is the minimum percentage of rye in the mash to make a rye whiskey?
51.
It is 51. 41 and 40 anything is not right.
I'm just trying to answer quickly.
Yeah.
Dalton's pulling through here.
Oh, man. Oh,
It's just
no.
I think
Down-
it's just majority, basically.
Yeah, it has to be a
okay.
majority.
It has to be majority.
So
Same
down
as
to
like
the
corn and bourbon.
last question, you're down by 1.
Down by 1.
This is
is-
for the tie, and
this
then
is hype.
I have a really bad question on here that we can use as a tiebreaker.
Oh, sweet. I love
Okay.
it.
Mainly because there's no real answer. There's something I wrote down, but it's not. Nobody knows
Just
if
how
it's
you
right.
feel.
Perfect.
Currently, how many Dominion expansions are
9.
there?
10.
There are 13.
Jesus.
Whoa, there's way more than I thought.
Good job, Dalton.
Oh,
So
wow.
that means it's a tie.
That is actually, honestly, again, I was going between 9 and 11, but they keep releasing them though. Like,
Yeah.
and how long has Dominion been out?
I think one came out last year. There's one that came out.
I think they put out one every year.
Because, like, I haven't played any since Adventures.
Yeah,
So, and that apparently was that was probably 8.
yeah,
So,
yeah. You would need
there's a
I don't
lot
know
out there.
a
There's a lot of
million
content
lifetimes to
Yeah.
play every game of Dominion.
Yeah.
Possible.
Okay, so
So tiebreaker with the bad question.
Tiebreaker with Mike's feeling.
Mike's feeling question.
Yeah, this is
The
yeah.
arbitrary Mike
Yeah.
question.
In what year did Pabst Blue Ribbon win America's Best at the World's Columbian Expo in Chicago?
1860.
Objection! It hasn't. 1942. They were in World War II. They made mistakes.
So it's disputed as to if they actually want to, like, it was.
Oh, really?
It was so long ago that, like, nothing's really been documented. Apparently, like,
Is anyone going to check? We just put it on the can.
yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. But 1893 is when they, like, claimed, which is closer to Dalton's year. No,
Is that
you
we
said
had-
19.
I said
You said
1942.
I said 1860.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
No, you're right. Actually,
He's right.
Sorry.
We both get a half a point. We tied. Because who knows if they really want a blue ribbon? You objected.
What's the other disputed year?
I don't know. That's,
I don't
that's
know.
the that's the best one I could come
All
up
right,
with.
I can concede with dignity. It was well fought. I'll shake your hand.
Good. We'll have to do this again.
We'll have to do
Yeah,
it again.
obviously. I mean, it was close enough that you could probably. Nobody ran away with it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I do like the rapid points bonus round because we doubled our scores. That was really
Yeah,
good.
that was exciting. Yeah, because one of us had to score. So,
Right? It's guaranteed. We needed that.
oh yeah, no, this was awesome, Mike. I really
was
enjoyed it.
awesome.
Thanks for putting this together.
Yeah,
you did
I
a great
appreciate you
job.
having me, and also just playing board games all weekend. It
Yeah.
was it was really good. We played some really fun ones. So
For sure.
I mean, I'd play almost any of them again.
Perfect, except for viticulture.
Yeah, I didn't have a fun time with that one.
But yeah, no, we did really enjoy this. I learned a lot about some stuff.
Right, right.
So that was exciting.
Right. So over under 30%. Which would 30% of our listeners beat our scores?
Over.
Over. and I'm not talking about obviously the bonus round. That doesn't
Yeah.
make any sense. But you know what I mean, the original section.
Yeah,
Over.
if you're playing along at home, comment on the Instagram
Yeah.
page, and we'd love to hear the scores.
Yeah, let us
yeah,
know.
we'd love
That'd
to
be
hear the
awesome.
scores. That'd be hilarious.
I'm excited to see who.
Yeah, everybody comes in at like 78.
And we're like, damn it.
This isn't great.
I know. Revenge of the Nick. Like, Nick's gonna come back and wipe the floor with us.
But yeah, I would really love to do this again at some point, Mike. I know. Thank you for putting all the effort and work into it because it was a lot of fun, at least for us.
For sure. For what I have
Hopefully-
found out is essentially our 1 year anniversary episode.
So yeah, that's
that
kinda
I now
fun,
know.
too.
Yeah, I honor myself with that. So,
You deserve it.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you did play along with us, reach out to us and let us know your score. You can do that on many social media platforms. That can be Facebook, Twitter, Discord, Instagram,
Those are the
probably more. I signed up for like a bunch of stuff to just reserve the name.
yeah, I feel like there's got to be a board game TikTok out there.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, just like just getting into that dark cave of whatever you want to call that.
More wretched hive of scum and villainy. That is TikTok. But yeah, so reach out to us on social media. We love to hear from you guys. And so until next time, cheers.
Cheers.